Matter and materials. We see many things around us every day. These things are made of different materials. Materials are the substances used to make objects. From the clothes we wear to the toys we play with, everything is made from materials. There are two types of materials, natural and man-made. Materials that exist naturally in nature are called natural materials. For example, soil, water, trees, animals, insects, etc. Materials that are made by humans for their use are called man-made materials. For example, cotton shirts, plastic bottles, tables, cars, buildings, etc. All types of materials are called matter. Matter. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Everything we see, touch, and even breathe is made of matter. The different objects around us can have different shapes. For example, a football is spherical while a pencil is cylindrical. The external form of an object is called its shape. All objects occupy space. The amount of space occupied by any object is called its volume. Matter can exist in three main states: solid, liquid, and gas, depending on its shape and volume. Solids. Solids are materials that have a fixed shape and volume. They do not flow and cannot change their shape by themselves. For example, ice cubes, rocks, wooden blocks, chairs, tables, books, etc. Liquids. Liquids have a fixed volume but no fixed shape. They take the shape of their container and can flow easily. For example, water, milk, juice, etc. Gases. Gases have neither a fixed shape nor a fixed volume. They occupy the whole space of the containers in which they are kept in. Gases can flow more easily than liquids. When we fill air into a balloon, it occupies the space inside the balloon. When a bottle of perfume is opened in one corner of a room, its smell spreads quickly to the other corner. Some examples of gases are air, water vapor, steam, smoke, etc. Differences between the three states of matter. Solids have fixed volume, have fixed shape, do not flow. Examples: table and box. Liquids have fixed volume, do not have fixed shape, can flow easily. Examples: water and oil. Gases do not have fixed volume, do not have fixed shape, can flow easily. Examples: air and smoke. Change of states of matter. Solids, liquids, and gases are interchangeable states of matter. These states can be changed from one form to another by heating or cooling. When a solid is heated, it melts and becomes a liquid. For example, ice melts into water. When a liquid is heated, it turns into a gas. For example, water boils and becomes steam. When a liquid is cooled, it freezes into a solid. For example, water freezes and becomes ice. When a gas is cooled, it turns back into a liquid. For example, steam cools down, becomes water drops. Some common changes of state are melting, solid to liquid, freezing, liquid to solid, evaporation, liquid to gas, and condensation, gas to liquid. Do you know water exists in all three states of matter as ice, solid, water, liquid, and steam, gas? Melting. When a solid changes into a liquid on heating, the process is called melting. For example, if you leave a cube of ice on the table, it will soon melt. Similarly, butter melts when it is heated. Freezing. When a liquid is cooled, it freezes and turns into a solid. This process is called freezing. For example, water or chocolate, when kept in the freezer, becomes solid. Evaporation. When a liquid is heated, it changes into a gas or evaporate state. This process is called evaporation. For example, water from rivers and ponds evaporates under the hot sun. Clothes dry in the open air due to evaporation. Condensation. When a gas cools down and changes into a liquid, the process is called condensation. Look at the water droplets formed on the outside of a glass of ice water. the water does not leak out of the glass, but you still see water droplets outside the glass. This happens because the water vapor present in the air around the glass has been cooled down when come in contact with the ice-cold surface. In water, we can show these changes as follows. Ice, solid; heating, melting, evaporation, freezing; water, liquid; condensation, steam, gas. Do you know, snow falls when water in the clouds gets very cold and turns into small ice crystals. No two snowflakes are exactly the same. Key words: matter, anything that has mass and takes up space; shape, the external form of an object; volume, the amount of space occupied by an object; solid, a state of matter that has a definite shape and volume; liquid, a state of matter that does not have a fixed shape but has a fixed volume; gas, a state of matter that does not have a fixed shape or fixed volume; melting, the process of a solid turning into a liquid on heating; freezing, the process of a liquid turning into a solid on cooling; evaporation, the process of a liquid turning into a gas; condensation, the process of a gas turning into a liquid. Let's recall matter and materials. Matter, change of states of matter: solid, liquid, gas; melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation.